Hey, all right, there we go. Awesome. Good to see everybody. Let me get this. I'm. I was running a little behind. I was. Sue, no, no. I was in a little bit of a fracas. Um. All right. So I have. Oh, I forgot to change this. I've got a new. I wrote a new song. Oh yeah, Babylon. Yeah, Babylon 5 is amazing. It requires some. There's a lot of moving parts, so it requires some dedication in terms of like staying on top of the soundboard is loud compared to the vocals. Oh great. Why is that? Why is that? Why would that be? Whatever. Fuck it. God damn it. Whatever. Nothing's changed. It didn't, Nifty Swifty, because I'm not certain if you've heard, but the CDC decided to put a halt on, or the CDC suggested that states put a halt on their administration of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it was linked to 6 blood clot cases here in the U.S. There was only one fatality, one hospitalization. Out of like 34, which is really strange because that's out of 34 million doses. I would think that I would anyway. I would think that they would be, but yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you kindly, Nifty. Thank you. That's awesome. So I didn't. So it was canceled. It was canceled 5 hours before my appointment, which is really frustrating. I got the alert and I was like, oh shit. I hope I can still. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like the thing is that like I've taken dramatically higher risk. I've engaged in dramatically higher risk behavior than that. I just want to get this fucking vaccine over with and get the 2 weeks in so I can. I mean, the thing is, I'm still gonna double mask. I'm gonna double mask until I know every fucking person on this planet. Like there's no until there's like a 0.3% chance of me contracting COVID. It's a disease that affects your lungs. It's a total crapshoot. My lungs are critical to what I do for a living. I'm just gonna continue wearing a fucking mask. But I would like to have the vaccine so I can then go hang out with my other vaccinated friends and not feel like right now I feel like besieged, man. Not a single one of my neighbors wears a mask, like ever. Not at least in the building and walking their dogs and wandering around. And we live in hobbit holes. We live right on top of each other, and I'm like, fuck, man. Anyway, so it's just so just all of my interactions with human beings, I'm like, they're all trying to fucking kill me. I'm like you're trying to fucking you're trying to train wreck my career, coupled with all, yeah. So I'm just hey Josh, how you doing, man? Ian, good to see you, brother. Yeah, right on. Thanks for getting here, everybody. All right, let me just do a real quick sound check. Let me do a real quick sound check. So. God, it's like a thousand. I have to press 1,000 buttons to to get to. Should I find my house all up in flames? I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. And my lag is ridiculous. I have no idea why all my levels changed. I didn't touch a fucking thing on my setup, and I'm getting completely different sounds than I did on Friday. I did do some recording, but I just clicked mute on stuff, Oh shoot! Oh! Never mind. I know what's going on. I got it. The reason why I was getting completely different things is because I did press mute, and that was what its problem was. Should I find my house all up in flames? I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. All right, that'll do. That'll do. Let me just check the finger picking settings. Here, let's not. I keep doing a song there. Here I am, this is now, and there's nothing that I wanna say. There's nothing I'm about. I'm feeling down. All right, I'm gonna do that again. Here I am, and this is now, and there's nothing that I wanna say. There's nothing I'm about. I'm feeling down. Oh, I am down. Okay, that's good. So, all right. So, I do have a brand new song for you guys. I have to write 2 more this week. No, you have to write 3 more this week. 3 more this week to catch up. So, I'm gonna try to write one. I'm gonna try to write one tonight. I'm gonna try to write one tomorrow night, and I'm gonna try to write one on Sunday daytime. 3. Oh crap! Really? That's all working good. I have a hair in my mouth. God. Yeah, I'm writing 2 songs a week for the entirety of this year, Nifty Swifty, and so wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Come on, man. Okay, should I find my house all up in flames, I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. I'm listening because I'm about half a minute behind, so I'm listening to myself tuning up while I'm trying to sing that song. So. That's all right. That's all right. And then, let's divide the end conclusion, rearrange the last solution, make the ends meet the means. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. All right, let me do that again. Should I falter if I waver, disregard my behavior? 'Cause I'm getting better every day. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. That's right. All right. Okay, good. All right, so we're good. Okay, all right, so, all right, so let's see. Let's get the main street. Oh, and you're all right. No worries, Retro Roadshow. Right on, man. Enjoy your scooter ride down to the store, and boom, we are in space, ladies and gentlemen. We are floating in space. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna play. So I haven't had a chance. I wrote this song yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to really play it since I wrote it. So I'm gonna try this one out. I might play this one a few times during the course of the stream. This is a brand new one called "She's Unstoppable." And we'll see, because I haven't played this, so let me see if I can even remember how it goes. She's been getting on, she's been getting off, she's been getting around. She's been coming up, she's been coming down, she's been coming around. Oh, she knows what she wants, and she ain't gonna stop till she climbs up on top. You can't get in her way unless you're willing to pay, unless you give what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 She's been on the prowl. Oh, she's a hunter now, and she's been ready to pounce. She's a killer, son, and you better run. You better get on out. She's more deadly than fire, and she knows how to burn. This is something you'll learn. And she ain't gonna stop till she's up on top, till she gets what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. She can't be stopped. She can't be stopped. She can't be stopped. When she's got you, oh, you're gonna. And when she's got you, oh, you're gonna hurt. Yeah, she's gonna draw some blood. But in that hurting, you might realize that there's never been another that you ever call your lover. Oh, but in that, and when she's got you, and when she's got you, oh, you're gonna hurt. Yes, you're gonna draw some blood. But in that hurting, you might realize. But in the bleeding, you'll be pleading and be needing the loving that she's loving, cause it's just no other lover, whoa. She's been coming on, she's been coming out, she's been coming around. She's been tearing up, she's been tearing out, she's been tearing around. Oh, she knows what she wants, and she ain't gonna stop till she climbs up on top. You can't get in the way unless you're willing to pay, unless you give what you got. Oh shit. Man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 Oh, she's unstoppable. So something like that. So that's the first time. I mean, I wrote that. I recorded it yesterday, and then I haven't played it yet. So I haven't played it since. So, that one will get much better as time goes on. But yeah. So that's the world debut of She's Unstoppable. I think. I thank you, Ian. Yeah, right. I'm super excited because I hear the fucking drum beat already. Like I hear the super infectious drum beat for that one as well. You know, like yeah. And so yeah, it's gonna be fucking. I think that one's gonna be a good. Hey, thank you, Nifty Swifty. Thank you very kindly. Thank you, Matricula. I think that one's gonna be a hit. You know, like I'm not too. I mean, as far as my songs are hits, you know, like the thing is, it'll be a hit amongst the handful of people that pay attention to my music. That one will get requested quite with some frequency, you know. I've been relegated at my life as a musician. I've been relegated to 2 hits, both of them because they were featured on Grey's Anatomy. That's it, forever and always. That will be my music career. But for the handful of people that can that actually have the capacity to actually discover a band and be like, I like this band, and then look beyond the music that they're hearing on the TV show. There are a few thousand people. For those few thousand people, I think that song will be a hit. But So, all right, hey, Paper Cat, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? And yeah, how have things been with you? So, how's Rach Lexi doing? How are things like? Are you guys? I mean, yeah, you did hear that there's going to be a You did hear that there's going to be a that the Biden administration is considering removing the ESTA ban in late May, right? Did you hear that? So it looks like we might be finally at the end. Like there might be light at the end of the tunnel. It's probably an oncoming train, but it could actually be the end of the tunnel. Who knows? We'll see. So this song is called "We Will Be Stars." I wrote this. I was dating this girl and yeah, right, yeah. So I wrote this song. So I was dating this girl, and she was and she was a musician, and she was a great musician. And so there was a point in time when she and I were dating that we were talking about collaborating, we were talking about doing stuff, we were talking about touring, and we were talking about like oh, that's awesome, Ian, right on, man, that's great, brother, that's great. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. You actually have another package heading your way, but it didn't get in the mail until last week, so it might take a little while, but it will be there. But all right, what was I saying? So I was dating this girl, and she was a musician, and I thought it was gonna be great. Like we were gonna and so I wrote this song because the thing is like I was saying, like, like you can't, if you're trying to pursue music professionally, you can't ever make any assumptions about where your career is going to go. If any kind of assumptions that you make, there's a likelihood that you might far exceed them. There's another likelihood that you might like literally achieve a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a percent of what you wanted, and so you kind of have to be in it for the right reasons. You kind of have to be in it because I wrote this song. So this is kind of about, for me, it's about the creative impulse, and it's about inviting somebody else to kind of join me in that process. It's called We Will Be Stars. Setting myself on fire to read by the light. Nothing burns quite like me in the dark of night. Would you like to set yourself alight, baby? Would you like to glow? Does it hurt? Most certainly. But you will burn so bright. You will be a star in the sky. You will burn so bright. Do you need a little light? Setting myself on fire to drive away the dark. Nothing burns so bright as a fire in my heart. Would you like to set yourself alight, baby? Would you like to glow? Does it hurt? Most certainly. But you will burn so bright. You will be a star in the sky. You will burn so bright. Do you need a little light? 'Cause I can be the one, oh, to cast you to the sun, oh, and set your soul alight, oh, and you'll burn throughout the night. Setting myself on fire to burn away the chill. 'Cause the chill, it burns much worse than the fire ever will. Would you like to set yourself alight, baby? Would you like to glow? Does it hurt? Most certainly. But you will burn so bright. You will be a star in the sky. You will burn so bright. Do you need a little light? 'Cause I can be the one, oh, to cast you to the sun, oh, and set your soul alight, oh, and you'll burn throughout the night. There you go. God damn it, man. All right, well. I think I need to change the strings and re-intonate this guitar. All right, well, whatever. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Okay, so hey, congratulations, Ian. Thank you, man. Thank you for the cheers. All right, let's see. All right, So, I don't know if I want to play that one. I've got some songs. So I've written 27 new songs since the beginning of the year. A handful of them, I think like usually when I write songs, I sit down and I sit down with them and I just spend 6 hours. I can't really go. Sometimes it has sometimes taken me 8 or even 10 hours to write a song. Usually it takes about 6 hours. And usually in that process, I fine tune all the lyrics to the point that I feel like they don't need to be changed ever, you know. And so I'm like, so once the song's done, I'm like, that's the song. Sometimes I change the shape of the song in the recording process. So sometimes I add a little instrumental section, or I add longer intros or outros, you know, because when you're in that's the amazing and most fun part about being in the studio, recording studio, is you're like, oh, this little instrument sounds amazing. Oh, and this little lick I've got sounds amazing, and I don't really have a lot of spots for it to pop in. Like, let me throw it here. Like, let me create some space for it. You know, like there's all sorts of, you get like that's the amazing thing about now working in a digital environment. Back in the day, working on tape, you know, like it was possible to like kind of tweak the shape of your song. But hey, Ken Cole, thank you for the like. That's kind of you, man. Back when we, you know, because our very first recordings, my very first like full band recordings were on 2-inch tape, you know, and you actually can you literally will use like a razor blade, like an X-Acto knife, and you can cut out sections, you know, but you know you can do edits, but it's really difficult. It's really, and if you've got two inches, you can kind of bounce stuff back and forth, and you can add, like, you can take like a section, you can take the drums and the guitars, and like you can turn everything off, do the drums, the guitar, and the bass, and then copy that over to another 2-inch thing, and then you can bounce that back over to the original track, and you can add to the front end of a song or the back end of a song. You can slice it up in the right point, but it was a fucking long and it was just a long process. So to add like 4 measures of breakdown, so you can like feature some cool new instrument, it was a real pain in the ass. Now it's with Pro Tools or with Reaper or with Ableton or whatever Logic, whatever your recording software is. It's as easy as just being like, I want to put something here, slide it over the number of measures you want, and then start recording. Oh, I want to add these guys in, use copy and paste and like fly things over. So a lot of my the final shaping of a song ends up happening in the recording studio, you know. And it's awesome because I love it, because what it does is it breathes new life into each song. So I first mastered on the acoustic guitar, I mastered on the electric, and I'm playing it live in front of you guys, and I'm having a good time. And then I get to go back in and record it, and then I get to reconceptualize the song. And the great thing is like sometimes I've even gone back. I've done one version of the song, I've lived with it for a little while, and I'm like, you know, it's just not. It just doesn't sing the way I thought it was going to sing. And so I'll strip it all the way back down to the scratch guitars, and I'll just rebuild it all the way back up. And I'll be like, all right, let me completely do it. And that's what I did with Riot in My Heart off of my Hesitation cuts. Like that was originally conceived as like a straight ahead punk song, you know. And I wanted to have kind of no bells and whistles. I just wanted to be this kind of pure kind of like, you know, and it was a sound. And when I was done with recording of it, it was just a sound I'd heard so many times. I'm like, this doesn't really do anything for me. So I stripped it completely down, and I had Schmed lay the bass. I just put together the drum. I did new drums, and Schmed did the bass. And from there, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose the electric guitars because they eat up so much bandwidth. And let's see what else I can do. And it's one of my favorite tracks on that record. It's just I just love it. And it was like, but again, it was one of those songs that just took me a little while to get to. But all right, so I'm gonna play. This is a new fingerpick tune. This is one that was written since January. It really is. Yeah, I mean, and the great thing is, you really are only limited by your imagination and by your ear for melody and counter melody and rhythmic stuff. And like, you know, like the thing is like there, I can't tell you, that's Hesitation Cuts for me, from my perspective, is my masterpiece. Like that's what I would offer to the world, to be like, hey, I now feel comfortable considering myself kind of in the echelons of other accomplished musicians and songwriters, you know, because there were so many. I would be like, oh, here's a little spot of the song that kind of feels a little empty. Let me see what I can do. Like, and so occasionally there's just a little toot toot toot, you know, like Automated Man. There's this like little organ, like this little organ piece that goes, and it happens like 3 or 4 times in the song. It just shows up in this one empty spot, and it's awesome. Like every time I hear it, I'm like, that's so cool. Like I just sat there and just kept tinkering until I found something that worked. And I was like, all right, that goes there, you know. So it's just a lot of fun to like kind of. And that's the thing, Matricula. It keeps getting more exciting, you know. It is when you are starting on a brand new record, particularly if you're starting, like when I work on albums, like that's what I'm going to be doing in 2022. So I'm right now in 2021, because I have my next record is almost in the can. 2021 is just a songwriting year for me. So I'm going to write 104 songs, and then 2022 I'm going to do studio demos of all of those songs. And then I'll get them to you guys, and then I will get some feedback as to like what songs work and what songs don't, and then I'll start fine tuning the studio demos and figuring out like. And I think what I might want to do is I think I might want to put out a 4-part record. This is the thinking, or it could be a 3-part record, or it could be like. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna because I keep operating. Each time I sit down and write, I operate off of themes. I also have been writing now in terms of sound. So I wrote 20 fingerpick songs. I'm now writing anthems on the electric guitar. My intention is to write 20 instrumentals, because I haven't done concerted instrumental writing since 2015. And then I'm just going to do and I'm going to do after that 20 of like whatever, you know. I don't really know just yet. I started working when I hurt my arm and couldn't play. I started working with some electronica, and it was so good for a crash course in listening. That is like getting training your ears to hear all of the stuff that's going on, and then learning how it all interlocks. And yeah, and it's crazy. If you listen to my song "Wound That Never Bleeds," there's a shaker that's out of time with everything, but it does loop, but I think it's on a 16 bar pattern. No, it's like maybe it's on a 14 bar, but it's on this weird pattern so it shows up, and it feels like at the right moments, but it shows up at points when you don't expect it. Wherever it lands, it feels good, but it doesn't land when you expect it to, and so it just creates this weird kind of just tilt to your like understanding of the rhythmic perspective of the song, which anyway, I was like, so great, I love coming up with the shit. I love just like I love when I've got all the basic tracks down. I've got the drums in, I've got the bass in, I've got the guitar, I've got the vocals, I've got the background harmony. Like I kind of have the shape of the song, and I'm like, all right, now how do I add all of the sweetener that makes the song an auditory journey, and so and I love it. I fucking love it. All right, here we go. So this is a song called "It Gets Hard." This is a brand new one that was written. I haven't played this one in a little while, and I'm afraid that if I don't play it with more frequency, I'm gonna lose it. So let me just review the. Because it's got some chord shapes that I don't use that often. Oh. Here we go. So this is a song called "It Gets Hard." Take your time, get your head on straight. Don't you worry, I can wait. I will wait for you. Sorry. There we go. That's it. I'm about to edit some narrations for a client. I don't edit music, but I do edit plenty of voice work. Gave me mad respect for proper recording. That's awesome, Nifty. Yeah, it is. It's crazy because you can spend. I spent probably 3 or 4 days on each mix. Of course, because I'm mixing as I'm arranging, So, but I spent 3 or 4 days, like from morning till the moment my ears were tired. My ears get tired when I start working. I get up, drink a cup of coffee. I switch to tea, but so I get up, I drink some tea. I fire up my Pro Tools setup while the tea is boiling or while the coffee's brewing. I drink 1 cup and then I get to work, and I don't stop until my ears are tired, And so sometimes that ends at 8:30, sometimes it ends at 10:30, sometimes it goes till just past midnight. But and I would do that for 3 or 4 days per track, and it was a ton of it becomes a lot of super fun, to again, and then sometimes you have to kind of just peel back and be like, all right, this is not working. It doesn't. The track is not singing the way I think it should be. What's going? What am I doing wrong? And so sometimes you just have to scrub it all off and then start from the bear song again. So here we go. So this is a song called "It Gets Hard." Take your time, get your head on straight. Don't you worry, I can wait. I will wait for you. Take a breath, relax your mind. Take my hand and just unwind. I will stay by you. Life, it gets hard and it don't wanna bend. And the ache in your heart mirrors the pain in your head. And all that you are seems to matter not at all. And you feel so small. Catch your breath, you can lean on me. Hold my hand and count to 3. I will wait for you. Hold me tight, I will be right here. You can count on me, you need never fear. I will stay with you. 'Cause life, it gets hard and it don't wanna bend. And the ache in your heart mirrors the pain in your head. And all
that you are seems to matter not at all, and you feel so small. Take the time you need to get back on your feet. I will wait for you. And should you need a hand, I shall do the best I can to be the man that's always coming through. Don't you fret, don't you consternate, take the time you need. I will wait for you. Should you fall, should you stumble, love, reach out a hand, I will pull you up, I will be for you. 'Cause life, it gets hard, and you don't wanna bend, and the ache in your heart mirrors the pain in your head, and all that you are seems to matter not at all, and you feel so small. Oh, life, it gets hard, but we will endure. Please have no doubts of this, please be sure. The cure for our woe is closer than we know. So please just don't let go.
There we go. So yeah, so that's a new one called It Gets Hard. Yeah, I've been feeling that. I've been feeling that lately. Yeah, it's been, it's. I think that the whole COVID thing, not interacting with human beings, Sue has, anyway, it's just there's, I feel like sometimes you feel kind of besieged on all sides, yeah, right. Yeah, right, Beaver Cat. Yeah, and so you're like, you're like, and you feel hamstrung. Like, what do I do? I get up and I just keep on going through the motions, but I don't want to. I feel like I feel like I need to change something, but there's nothing to change. I mean, there's nothing that I can do that's going to in any way have a material impact on and so it sucks. All right, okay, so let's see. Yeah, what do we want to play? Thank you, Ian. Yeah, me too, man. And I realized I hadn't played it in a little while, and those chord shapes are a little bit like I don't use this diminished chord that often. This one here. Oh shit. Wait, no. This diminished chord, and then this is like a. It's a C. It's like a C sus to C6. Anyway, it's just weird. Something like that. But some chord shapes that I don't use that frequently. So it's always a little bit confounding. All right, so let's do some classic tunes. What do you guys want to hear? Here, let me see if I can get this electric sounding decent. Yeah, I can do my Doppelgangers and Me. See, it's just a fucking G chord, man. I mean, yeah, the G string. It's just a fucking pain in the ass. And it's funny. Like Trey was lamenting that as well. He was like, it's just fucking Gibsons and their G strings. Yeah, I can do my Doppelgangers and Me. I haven't done this one in a while. Here, let me. I don't think I've got. Oh no, Paper Cat's here. Paper Cat, can you get Doppel, or shall I do it? I'll get it queued up just to be.
They say your life flashes right before your eyes, just before you die. It's true, and this is it. It's happening right now, it's flashing right in front of you. Have you had the time of your life? For this is a time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe is perfect me, and I'm just a very flawed copy. The things I do are a mystery to me. It's a miracle I breathe at all. I wanna live, or at least I think I do, but most every choice I make is flawed. Have you had the time of your life? For this is a time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe is perfect me, and I'm just a very flawed copy.
Don't even sweat it, Paper Cat.
You'll never write well if you fear dying. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I'd say it's probably maybe my greatest fear, actually.
Well, it's something all men before you have done, all men will do.
I know.
Have you ever made love to a truly great woman?
Actually, my fiance is pretty sexy.
And when you make love to her, you feel true and beautiful passion, and you, for at least that moment, lose your fear of death.
No, that doesn't happen.
I believe that love that is true and real creates a respite from death. All cowardice comes from not loving or not loving well, which is the same thing. And when the man who is brave and true looks death squarely in the face, like some rhino hunters I know, or Belmonte, who's truly brave, it is because they love with sufficient passion to push death out of their minds, until it returns as it does to all men. And then you must make really good love again.
Have you had the time of your life? For this is a time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe is perfect me, and I'm just a very flawed copy.
Yeah, there we go. So that's a song called "My Doppelgangers and Me." That's the opening track off of my 2009 release called "The Pleasure of Being Sad," which was Herman Melville, the guy that wrote Moby Dick. He said that melancholy is the pleasure of being sad. I'm like, that's so fucking awesome. So that album, what I did is I wrote all the music for Here Be Dragons, The Pleasure of Being Sad, Here Be Dragons, a bunch of Furthermore, and True Crime Television in 2000, like late 2014 and all the way through 2015. I also wrote the bulk of This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, my 2017 release as well. I just wrote like not the bulk, but I wrote a whole bunch. Oh yeah, I can do. Hey, fanboy, how you doing? Awesome. Yeah, I haven't played So Over It in a long time. Let me bring up the lyrics for this one. That album was the fastest music has ever broken me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's, I mean, so yeah, so what I did is I wrote like 100 songs that year. In 2015, I wrote 100 songs. I wrote 100 songs in 2015 and then 80 songs in 2016. And and so I just took all the really sad songs, you know, all the songs that like kind of were. I mean, I didn't. It's because it's not a super dark record. Hey, 9 to 12, how you doing? Good to see you. If you guys don't know 9 to 12, she's a podcaster and streamer here on Twitch. She does a show called Geek Grills, GeekGrills, all one word. You should give her a follow. She does like tech news and all things geek and tech stuff, but from a feminine perspective. It's awesome. It's really, really awesome. And we rated them last Friday. So all right. Okay, so this is a song off of an EP I put out in 2012, I think it was. It's called "So Over It," and it goes. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum. No, that's the wrong song.
I've been feeling low again, sick of everything, so tired.
But so I forget how the okay.
Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum. I've been feeling low again, so worn and sick of everything, so tired of all the struggling. I'm over it. There is nothing I can do. I've tried it all the time or two. There's so much that I have abused. I'm over it. It's a long way to the bottom, and I still have so much further to fall. It's a long way to the bottom. Sugar, honey, will you wave as I plummet past you all? I have learned to love the fall. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum. I'm so tired of getting up to find that things just get me down, that only hope sticks around. I'm over it. So farewell to all the things I hoped and wished would come to me. I've been working towards my defeat. I'm over it. It's a long way to the bottom, and I still have so much further to fall. It's a long way to the bottom. Sugar, honey, will you wave as I plummet past you all? I have learned to love the fall. La la la, oh la 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 la. It's a long way to the bottom, and I still have so much further to fall. It's a long way to the bottom. Sugar, honey, will you wave as I plummet past you all? I have learned to love the fall.
So that song is a direct reference. Thank you, Fanboy, too. Thank you very, very kindly. That song is a direct It's an homage to a buddy of mine named Sean Spillane. You can actually find the song. I believe you can find the song on one. So Sean was in a band called Arlo, and my band Vermicious K, which is the proto Get Set Go band. The Vermicious K and Arlo and a band called the Halston Stops. We all banded together and started playing at a stage in East Los Angeles, a place called Mr. T's Bowl. It was this legendary nightclub. It was a legendary nightclub in the mid '90s, and then it kind of lied fallow. Like they still had shows and stuff like that, but like they didn't have like an explosive burgeoning scene. Like, and then we started doing stuff in 1998. All three bands met on the stage of Mr. T's, and we started playing every Tuesday. And it was a free show, and we were just doing it just to learn our like. I knew I needed to get better as a live performer. And I knew the only way I could do that was by spending time on stage, and getting comfortable in front of an audience. And I knew that I wanted to do it as much as possible because I wanted to fast forward, because I started playing guitar very late. I started writing songs in earnest when I was 23. I really didn't start taking music seriously until I was 26. I didn't form Vermicious K until I was 26. And I knew I wanted to. Like I knew I wanted to pursue this as a career, I didn't know that back then, but I knew I wanted to take it seriously, and I knew I wanted to be respectable. I wanted to be a respectable musician. It took me 20 years to feel like I was a respectable musician, by the way. So from 1996 it took me more than 20 years. From 1996 till just this last year. Do I really feel like, okay, I can play well enough and I can write songs well enough and I have enough understanding of music and music theory that I can consider myself a musician and not like self excoriate myself, like excoriate myself. So, self-flagellate is what I was looking for. And so a buddy of mine in the band Arlo, he was one of there were two songwriters in Arlo originally, and then they brought in the two songwriters from Halston Stops left. Halston Stops disbanded. The two songwriters from the Halston Stops joined Arlo, and they became our local supergroup. And so there were four amazing songwriters, and it was just this fucking ridiculous. Like they just had more musical talent than anybody any band I'd ever encountered before in my life. And so, and Sean Spillane wrote a song called Love the Fall. I think it's what it's called. And it's, it's all, it's effectively the idea is that, like you gotta, no matter what. Anyway, I don't want to paraphrase his song, but I love that. And so this when I wrote this song, I was like, I love the idea of me asking my. I resonate with that. 15 years later, I still think of myself as just a guitarist, but I'm trying to learn music theory and all that good stuff. Yeah, right. Amen. I get you there, La Punk first. Yeah, amen. It's so funny you say everybody poops. Guess what? Oh, hey, heck yeah, good. Yeah, thanks. Right on, brother. Good to see you, man. I'm happy. I hope it's coming out in the end. I hope it's all working out in the end. But I had this. For whatever reason, like I've always felt that as I do whatever I do, like particularly in my music career. Hey, see Emily play. How you doing, Juana? Good to see you. What's her message? I can't. It's too tiny for me to read. What is her message? Yeah, oh God, get out of my way. Woo, yay, Mike. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I can see it right there. Good to see you. And hey, how's the little one? So Juana and my buddy Steve just had a baby. I've seen some photos on Facebook. I lurk Facebook. I don't really engage on Facebook, but the baby is ridiculously cute. And there's you just posted a photo with and it's Robin, yes? Robin is your baby's name? Am I getting that right, or am I the little baby, she's wearing a Baby Yoda hat, and so Robin, yes, yeah, okay, good, and yeah, and just ridiculously darling, just super cute. But so that song, so he wrote this. So I had this idea, like I was like, I felt when I wrote this song, I felt like my music career was completely collapsing. I felt that, I know that like I'm on the earth to make music. Like that's why I'm on this earth. Like that is my purpose. I know that it is literally like I've known since I was a young kid that my purpose was to make stuff, mostly story stuff. Like to tell stories. Because I've done it my whole life. Stories. But it took me a while for me to realize that music was the way that felt this, because it's still storytelling. I'm basically each album is a chapter in the autobiography of my life, and there still is big story components to a lot of the stuff that I do, and they're in every single, and I still talk about teasing the narrative thread of songs, like it's still a big story thing, but at this point in time when I wrote So Over It, I felt like my entire music career was falling apart, and I felt like I was just falling to my death, and I couldn't find and that was still, we're still working my ass off. I was still writing and playing and fucking just doing everything I didn't know I didn't know what to do to change the script, and I was like, and I couldn't hang on to a girlfriend at this point in time. And so I was like, all I want is just somebody to like wave as I go by. Like I just had this idea of like, could you at least give me that? Could you just be like, hey, see you later? As I'm plummeting to my death, I just want somebody to be like, oh, I see you later, bye. Oh, there he went. Okay, well it's so sad. Let's go get a Coke. Let's go get a beer. That's what I wanted, and so that was the sort of the genesis behind that. I adopted Sean's "Love the Fall" idea into that song. I've learned to love the fall, and then at the very end, that little that's actually a melody from Sean's song "Love the Fall." From they put out an unreleased album, or they didn't put it out, but they were on Sub Pop, which is an amazing record label. They put out 2 records on Sub Pop, and then they just did a crazy divergence on their 3rd record, right? So they incorporated a lot more guitar, a lot more keyboards, and a lot more like it was I thought a more advanced record, but Sub Pop didn't like the sound, and so they dropped them, and so it basically the Arlo guys hate, like I think they to this day they still hate the record, but they gave copies of the record out to their friends before the Sub Pop dropped them. They're like, hey, here's the new record, and we're like, yay! And so a handful of us still passed the album around, and there's a fucking absolutely gorgeous rendition of Love the Fall on that album. And so that little melodic thing is a reference to that. It's almost exactly chipped, except there's a couple note changes just to make it fit within the key of my song. But yeah. So let's see. All right. So let me pull up the request queue, because I don't have that up. I don't know how long I'm gonna go. I've been I experienced some emotional distress earlier today, and I know it's really funny. I know that I have to stream. Like it's funny, like every time I don't do everything that I'm currently doing, like every time I pull put the brakes on putting out a record, every time I put the brakes on streaming, every time I slow down at all, it affects all of my metrics. Like the thing is, as long as I keep the foot on the gas and just keep driving forward as fast as I possibly can, all of my metrics continue to like go in the right direction. Very slowly, very, very fucking ridiculously slowly, but that's okay. Cause I make my entire trade off of original music, off of my own music that I know already is a bit difficult for people to wrap their heads around. You have to be a combination of this is my estimation. You have to be intelligent and also damaged. It's that combination of it's smart people, smart empathic people, or empathetic rather. I don't say empathic, but like smart empathetic people that are also have also suffered damage. That's, and so it's this thin sliver of It's you're right. It's not race car. It's race car. I got it here. Let me turn it back on. You're right. Settings, basic, Songless bot connector. All right, there we go. It's on. There you go. It's back. Sorry. But yeah, I can do race car. So so this song was actually it's really funny. My buddy Schmed, my buddy Schmed, who was he played bass in like 95% of the piano on Hesitation Cuts. He's like one of the, like he's arguably the most amazing musician that I know. You know like he's a multi instrumentalist. He's the best piano player I've ever encountered. Like the most intuitive. He composes parts. Like literally, he listens to something and goes, "Oh, here's an amazing part. Here's something that's gonna here's a fucking amazing part. But hold on. If that doesn't work for you, here's another amazing part. Oh, if this doesn't work for you, what about this? And he's like, oh, we can tackle like this. And he's just coming up extemporaneously with these fucking like mind blowing parts, you know. But it's funny. He doesn't consider piano, even though that's what he started off with, and he's been playing since he was 3. He doesn't consider piano his best instrument. He considers his bass playing his best instrument, and it's true. Like the thing is, like if you listen to the bass lines on all throughout Hesitation Cuts, they literally they are a solo instrument into themselves. You know, like they never step on the groove. They're never like flashy. Like, hey, look at me, I'm fucking shredding on the bass. They're just fucking infectious, hooky James Jamerson style, amazing bass lines. You know. And then he also fucking destroys on guitar. He actually played the big electric solo. I did all the acoustic on I Just Want to Be Your Lover. So also on Hesitation Cuts, if you listen to or on See Me, when at the very end of See Me, when that big solo kicks in, Schmed played that. So like it's just fucking ridiculous. Like you know, and so Schmed came up with this. He comes up to me and he's like, Mike, I can't turn this into a song, but I got this great thing and I think you could use it. He goes, never gonna lose. I'm a race. I'm never gonna lose. I'm a race. But anyway, so you'll hear it in just a second because I'm about to play the song. So he comes up to me and he goes, I'm never gonna lose. I'm a race car. I'm never gonna lose. I'm a race car driver. I'm the sole survivor. And he's like, and the chord progression I use in that section is what he came up to me and he's like, this is all I got. He's like, I just can't figure out how to turn it into a song. So I'm like, let me see what I can do. So this is what I came up with. So. I'm going places no one else has ever been to. There's no end to the trouble I get into when I'm with you. I'm 3 steps ahead of all my sorrow, but I promise by tomorrow I'll repay you all the things that I have borrowed. I'm speeding past sunrise, racing through midnight. I try to slow it down. I'll come around. Never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. Brace for an impact that I know someday must come. I've been on the run, moving faster than a freight train. No one can catch me and there's just no faster guy. I'm alone on the highway, speeding past sunrise, racing through midnight. I try to slow it down. I come around. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. Speed and get away, speed and get away, speed and get away, speed and get away. Someday I promise to surrender. Someplace, somewhere out there is better. Speed and get away, speed and get away, speed and get away,
speeding getaway. Someday I promise to surrender. Someplace, somewhere out there is better. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. The pedals to the metal as I make my getaway.
Hey, Isabella, how you doing? Yeah, matriculate. Damage buddies. Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't. What did you do that was stupid, Isabella? And thank you, Ian. Thank you, man. Thanks for that request. Yeah, so that song. Hey, thank you, Fanboy. Is it Fanboy? Is it 2? Am I pronouncing that right? Is it 2? Fanboy 2? Or is the S pronounced? I'm not. I've never taken French, and I think that is French, right? And so I don't want to. I hate mispronouncing people's names for whatever reason. It's one of the things that really like gets in my craw. And occasionally I've had friends with either Asian names or Arabic names or something like that where they are. There's definitely something in the way that they're pronouncing their name that my ears just aren't hearing, and it fucking drives me insane because I'm like, am I pronouncing your name right? Loose. Okay, Toos. Okay, okay. So okay, okay, awesome. Oh, so Fanboy Toos. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. That's great. Thank you very kindly. Awesome. Perfect. But thank you and thank you again. Thank you so much for the bits. That's awesome. A nickname I got in college based on my last. Oh, okay, awesome. That's awesome. Man, scooter ride to the store is so good since it's all downhill. The ride back, yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's. I'm sorry to hear it, man. Well, I'm happy you made it back. Do you think that the excessive amounts of sushi contributed to your discomfort? Yeah, man, I haven't had sushi in 1,000 years. I'm gonna have to go get like it's an expense that is hard for me to justify. I mean, even like the cheaper stuff. Like the thing is to spend like $30 just on myself for food is like what am I doing? Considering that I now cook for myself, but and can which is still crazy. It's still pretty expensive to cook for yourself. You know, like there's still like just even getting the spices and the oils and all that stuff. Like the vinegars and the whatever it is that it gets pretty expensive. But hey, Big Voice Jay, heck yeah, man! Welcome, dude. How you doing, brother? What were you streaming? That's awesome. Do I follow you? Am I even? Let me see. For less than 10 and get great sushi for less than $10. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's funny, and I'm a big like I like the I like albacore. I like the yellowtail. I like the lighter flavored fishes, but I do appreciate salmon. Every weekday. Oh, that's awesome. Give me a second. Hey, Wabbit Magic, how you doing? I'm gonna Big Voice J. I'm gonna follow him. So let me. There we go. Boom. All right, I got it. Awesome, man. So how was your stream? What are you streaming, brother? Oh, and so Jay, I've been meaning to reach out to you anyway. I am just now putting the final touches on my new album. So I would love, I still need to write what I would love if you're still up for it. I'd love for you to contribute the opening. There's a little like kind of like, and it's really, I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but when I was a kid, because I grew up with 3 sisters. When I was a kid, my sisters would always watch the Strawberry Shortcake videos or shows or whatever. I think we had them on VHS cassettes, and they would watch, and there was this, like, at the beginning of each episode, there was like this narrator kind of explaining, kind of like, here in Strawberry Shortcakeville, little so and so is doing their thing and blah blah blah. And it was just this really weird, but it was like an everyday occurrence for me because my sisters were kids and they would just run these things over and over again. So I had the idea of, and I reached out to Jay. Like this was like a year ago about doing the voice for the intro to a song. I've got a song called A Dog's Life. It's about two dogs, a country dog and a city dog, and they're both kind of sitting on a porch and they're kind of talking about their lives and what got them to that point right there. And so I thought it'd be really fun to like actually have like a narrator kind of explain the story because it's without an explanation, it's a little bit of a weird song. So, but with an explanation, I was certain it could be set up in a really, really fun way. And so I just have to write it. But and so I reached out to Jay, and Jay was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And I was like, "I'll get it to you like in a couple days." And then that was a year ago. So so at some point in time, I was like, "Jay, I have no idea when I'm gonna finish writing this stuff, but I will get it to you at some point." So if you're still willing to, man, I'm just now putting the final touches on the album. So so if you're willing to, I'll get you a script soon. But okay, what are we doing? Yeah, but yeah. So the thing is, I actually like other than like the row and the any of the egg stuff. I'm not a big fan of anything slimy and goopy. I'm not a big fan of from a sushi perspective. But like anything with some texture. I even don't mind the squid if it's prepared right. I won't do squid at like really cheap sushi places, but I will do squid at like more higher end places. Cause it's like, I don't, the snap is a little bit of a, like, I don't like ridiculously chewy, you know? Hey, there's squid. Good. How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. And hey, is it, I haven't ever done the baby octopus. I have not done baby octopus. I kind of feel weird about eating baby things. Like I've never been able to enjoy eel. Not eel. No, I love eel. In fact, I love freshwater eel. I love saltwater eel, not so much. But it was unagi. But yeah, all the baby stuff. So I don't eat veal. Not eel, but veal. I don't eat veal. I don't eat like baby stuff is unagi. Yeah, unagi is good. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Squid. Yeah, if you can tenderize yourself, man. But what's going on, Isabella? How are you? All right, let's get back to playing some songs. All right, so let's see. So what? I don't think I've got any songs about. Oh, I do have a song about sushi. Here, I do have a song that does mention sushi. Let's play that song. It's going to be on the next record. It's one of the. This is a duet. I was like, do I have a song that mentions sushi? I certainly do. Look at this. It's not the best. It's not the best sushi, this song, but it does mention sushi. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, that's it's B minor. Boom, boom. So this is gonna start. It's gonna start with her. She's gonna be singing. So this is a guy and girl duet, but it doesn't have to be a guy and girl duet. It's just two people. But the way I'm conceptualizing the song at the moment, it's a guy and a girl. But I think it could be gender neutral. Your toenail clippings, I've found them again. You left them piled in the fucking kitchen. You clogged the toilet, then you pissed in. Sorry. You clogged the toilet, then you pissed in the sink. Damn it all, the wheel spins, but the hamster's asleep. Boom, boom, boom. And then this is him. You check your phone all day like it's paying your rent. You know a bathroom's not a fashion statement. And as for cooking, I think you should know the smoke alarm's the only one cheering you on. I love everything I hate about you, hate everything I love. The feelings that I feel I've got to get rid of. It's time to admit that life's a piece of shit. Come on, you're perfect for me. We're disasters, come on. We're fucked as can be. Ever after, come on. You're just what I need. You're a nuclear bomb. And we're just so wrong, so right, and we're just so wrong. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Wanda. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so this is him now.
You dyed the dog so people would stare. But you matched its color to your own fucking hair. Boom, boom, boom. It's like you never used a closet before. Look at me, here's the hanger, and that is the floor. Boom, boom, boom.
Now this is her.
When's the last time that you took me out? Gas station sushi, well, that just don't count. I use a toilet and I'm sitting in piss. You may point, you might aim, but you always miss. Boom, I love everything I hate about you, hate everything I love. The feelings that I feel I have to get rid of. It's time to admit that life's a piece of shit. Come on, you're perfect for me. Where disasters come on, we're fucked as can be. Ever after, come on, you're just what I need. You're a nuclear bomb. And we're just so wrong, so right, and we're just so do 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 do.
This is your part.
You're
You're gonna just keep singing this. Keep that going.
Love to hate you, love to love. Loving you hurts just enough. We build bridges one by one, line by line, and rung by.
Keep going.
Love to hate you, love to love. Loving you hurts just enough.
There you go. Heck yeah, right on. So that's a song called "Just So Wrong." That's going to be on my next record. My intention is I invited Aubrey Hayes. She's a phenomenal songwriter in her own right and an amazing vocalist. I invited her to join me on the duet. She said yes, but we couldn't figure it. She said yes before the December holiday. Thank you, Nifty Swifty. Yeah, no, that's great. No, and that's okay. You just tell them you're teasing the song. Like they'll get it eventually. Yeah, man. So that song is gonna get. So my hope is that Aubrey gets on board and we can get it recorded over the next. It has to be sometime over the next few weeks. So I need to reach out to her. I just keep forgetting to. And then I need to get Boone in here to do the country dog. I'm gonna do the city dog, and then the album will be done. Okay. And the first single, Paleophile, actually hits stores in 3 weeks, May 7th. So it's exactly I don't think it's exactly. I think there's 31 days in this month, right? Well, the 14th to 21, 21st to the 31st, and then the 7th. Yeah, so exactly 3 weeks. Yeah, so exactly 3 weeks. Paleophile hits stores, and then 4 weeks after that, FUCK hits stores because I'm going with which is really funny. The reason why I need to get them out now is because I wanted to make sure that they were available for Spotify and Apple Music and all the other like curated playlists, and I'm like. I know that there's probably a very little likelihood that anybody's going to pick it up for a playlist because it's fucking obviously a ridiculously adult language, but I just wanted them to my hope is that somebody listens to it and goes, this song is hilarious, and then at least shares it internally amongst the other Spotify editors. So my hope is that slowly, my hope is that piques some interest, and that perhaps they might look in deeper into my catalog. It's really funny though. The Spotify "This Is Get Set Go" list of songs. It's not my favorite songs. There's a lot. I think it's too heavily weighted towards the Grey's Anatomy tracks and too heavily weighted towards my earlier records. But that said, the every song on that Spotify list is pretty fucking awesome. It looks like a pretty fun. And there's two renditions of Die Motherfucker Die, which is a bit disconcerting. But that's the one song that I can appreciate because I do know that a lot of people have come to me regarding the Mike TV Live version of Die Motherfucker Die and have said like I really like that version. You know, like I like the studio version, but I also like that version a lot. So okay, maybe, but anyway. Let's keep rocking out. What do we want to do? So let me do another new one. The last whole yeah, that's well, man. Yeah, you know it took me a little while to because they were 100% responsible for basically eliminating 1/3 of my yearly revenue, and this is at a point in time when my annual revenue was like. It was like $18,000, you know, and they eliminated $6,000. Like they fucked me up. And I wanted to fucking, I just wanted to scream, but I know, but because I saw what MP3s did to the music business in 2000, and I was an early adopter of MP3s. In 1998, I had a website called yrecords.com, and it featured MP3s from. It was Y as in the letter Y Records, yrecords.com, and it was all MP3s of the bands in the nascent Mr. T scene. So there's maybe 15 or 20 bands, and they were between like 3 and like 12 songs for each band because obviously people didn't have the greatest recordings or like, you know, so Vermicious K, I think my band had the most because we did only 4-track recordings, and so we had a whole bunch of 4-track recordings up there. But I think we also had some studio stuff. But anyway, so Y Records. But I saw once MP3s were adopted by, you know, I like LimeWire, and all the other. It's useless for me to be here. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything, and I don't know why I did what I did, and now it hurts me physically. Well, don't, Isabella. Yeah. Yeah, you're always welcome here, and. You are, yeah. You are. Yeah, it seems to me right now that you feel very. It sounds like a lot of self-loathing, and the thing is that like, and you are such an awesome, beautiful, fun, clever, silly, amazing human being. You know, the thing is that I don't want you to. Please don't excoriate yourself. Please don't. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever it is, you know, it does pass, you know, it always gets better, you know? And certainly everybody does. The thing is like, yeah, when you are here and you're engaged, Isabella, and you're being silly and you're being your usual kind of demonstrative, kind of over the top, silly, awesome self, it's fucking magical, you know? So please don't feel like you are awesome. You're exceptionally important to me, you know. So please don't feel like whatever happened, you know. It's a temporary thing. I hope, unless you just shot somebody. If you've got a handgun in your hand that's smoking and there's your entire family splayed out in front of you, then we might need to discuss a different perspective on things. But anything short of that, I think you are, yeah, it's temporary, you know, it'll be fine. And you're loved. So yeah, don't just hang out with us, stay here. And can I play you a song? Is there a song I can play for you? Is there a song that you'd like to hear, Isabella? No, I mean that's what friends are for. It's totally fun. You can't derail the stream. The stream goes where I want it to. You know, like yeah, don't worry. Can I play you a song? Can I play a song for you? Is there any song you'd like to hear? I didn't kill you. I can do. I'm so fucking happy. So it's really funny. Somebody was telling me. So John Brownell. John Brownell was mentioning that he wrote a song. He wrote a song recently. Hearts and Twain. Okay, yeah, I can do Hearts and Twain. All right. So John. And John was saying he wrote a song. Like he was saying that when he's sort of feeling depressed, people will occasionally come up to him and be like, hey man, like don't worry, like what you need to do is just go outside or go and climb into a sauna or drink a bottle of wine, or like people have suggestions for how to turn his mood around. And the thing is like, and so he wrote a song about like, look, it's not that easy, and I wrote a song like I would find whenever I was in my darkest moods in Los Angeles, I'd have people come up to me and be like, dude, my happiness is a choice, dude. Happiness is just a fucking choice. Just choose to be happy. So first off, that there's nothing that will make me want to punch a person in the face than when I'm fucking feeling down and someone walks up and goes, dude, fucking happiness is a choice. You just need to choose how. Fuck you. So then they would say like, just look around, look at your life. It's blessed. Like you're so blessed. Look at all the stuff that you have. Like there are people that don't have anything, like a quarter of what you have. And I'm like, yeah, you're not even hearing me, you fucker, because you're fucking caught up in your own fucking little hippie dippy bullshit head. Get out of my face, get out of my face. So I wrote this song. So this is a song called "I'm So Fucking Happy," and this is for all of my friends that all of my acquaintances that would hear that I was in distress and offer me platitudes, offer me like literally the most, but it goes bum 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 ba-dum 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 ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum boop 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 boop. Gumdrops and lollipops and chocolate-covered candy canes, rainbows and Cheerios and Tootsie Rolls fall like rain. I'm so happy, I'm so fucking happy. I'm so goddamn happy now, won't you go away? I'm so very happy that I'll puke away the day. I'm so fucking happy that I think I'm going gay. La 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 la, are you happy too? La 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 la, what is wrong with you? La 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 la, it's another happy day. La 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 la, won't you come out and play? Hey, let's scare those blues away. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba da dum. Bum 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 ba dum bum boop 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 boop. Puppy dogs and singing frogs and unicorns riding bikes, Sunday funnies and fluffy bunnies and everything else I like. I'm so happy, I'm so happy, don't you know? I'm so goddamn happy now, won't you fucking go? I'm so fucking happy that I'll punch you in the nose, electrocute your genitals until your eyeballs glow. La 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 la, are you happy too? La 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 la, what is wrong with you? La 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 la, what a happy day. La 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 la, won't you come out and play? Hey, let's scare those blues away. Baby, are you blue? 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 Bum 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 ba dum ba dum ba dum ba da dum. Bum 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 ba dum bum boop 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 boop. I'm so happy, I'm so happy I could cry. I'm so fucking happy, I'm so happy all the time. I'm so gosh darn happy, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm so very happy, I'm so happy I could die. Yeah, so that was my response. Yeah, and it's funny because the thing is like I do get and I do understand that for some people, like some people can just turn it off. They can look at and focus on the positive things in their life, and that's awesome, And some people have the brain chemistry where they can't, and that's awesome. It's great. There's a wide panoply of different brain chemistries and perspectives and philosophies and personality types and all the other bullshit that go. Like, great, more power to you if you can do that. That's awesome. But don't try to assume that your programming, your core programming, is the exact as my fucking core programming. Fucker, because I will punch you in the face. I won't punch him in the face. I won't punch him in the face, but I will want it. I will think about it very intensely. Yeah, right. Yeah, my pleasure, Paper Cat. Thank you, man. All right, so I'm gonna play it. So this is Hearts in Twain. This is for Isabella. Here we go. We got the beat, we got the rhythm, got the music lover. We got our fingers round the spine. We make the beat, we pound the rhythm, scream the lyrics at each other. Stomping feet, we stomp in time. And the music that we make is made of blood and bone, of shouts and screams and moans. And the music that we make is bred of loss and love, and the stars that shine above. It's primal pumping, perfect power, pushing past pleasure and pain. We got the thrum, we got the hum, we drum the rhythm, brother. We own the measure and the time. We scream the words that barely heard above the rushing rhythm. We force the notes out in a line. And the music that we make is made of skin and teeth, and the secrets that we keep. And the music that we make fills our hearts and lungs, and the clouds that hang above. It's booming, blasting, big bombastic, breaking boundaries, breaking hearts in twain. The heavier the heart, the more it breaks. Hearts in twain. The heaviest of hearts are the most pain. Hearts in twain. But the music takes the hurt, keeps it away. The music takes the hurt away. We got the beat, we got the rhythm, got the music lover. We got our fingers round the spine. We make the beat, we scream we make the beat, we pound the rhythm, scream the lyrics at each other. Stomping feet, we stomp in time. And the music that we make is made of blood and bone, of shouts and screams and moans. And the music that we make is bred of loss and love, and the stars that shine above. It's booming, blasting, big bombastic, breaking boundaries, breaking hearts in twain. The heavier the heart, the more it breaks. Hearts in twain. The heaviest of hearts are the most pain. Hearts in twain. But the music takes the hurt, keeps it away. The music takes the hurt away. Hey, Isabel! Yes, I did. Yes, that's exactly one. That's the reference. Yeah, but I did, just to make sure that I wasn't singing that song disingenuously. I did identify. I do have a copy of the complete works of Mark Twain, and I've highlighted every time the word heart is used, just to make sure that that song, which is obviously an homage to Samuel Clemens, aka Mark Twain. That song is just an homage to his oeuvre. Fuck you, Eric. How you doing, man? Good to see you. And there you go, Isabella. Sorry about some of the mistakes in that one. I haven't played that one in a little while. my absolute pleasure. Thank you for that request, Isabella. No, hey, please don't sweat it at all. Yeah, man. It's just people, right? We're just people. We are just great apes, maybe 15, 20,000 years out of the trees. Just, the fact that I can press buttons and pick up this thing and do this stuff is a fucking miracle, Like, there's not too long ago that my antecedents were just climbing out of the trees. Yeah. That's. You're telling me that it's a post-human world, and you are a member of that post-human. All right, let's the thumbs. What was I looking for? I was going to do a song, and I just blanked on it. What was it? And so, Isabel, are you here? Did you? And hey, Richie, your family. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I certainly do have members. I mean, I would like to return to the trees. I think fucking living in a tree house would be awesome. Like not have to worry about shit. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I would need the guitar and and a handful of other things. But I'm gonna learn that at some point. I'm gonna relearn that song. That's a song. That's. I don't think it's even in that key, but that's. I think somewhere around there. But she said to the other guys in her chat to ask you to sing a song about ass. I do have quite a handful. I would need to know what I don't think I've got a song specifically about. I do have a lot of songs about sex. I do have a lot of songs about yeah. But I don't think do I even have I have a song that I do. I mean, I do have songs that mention the ass, like "Dig You," but I don't have songs that are specifically about the ass, which definitely now suggests to me, the Sweet Dino ass. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That is. Yeah, you're right. That there is that one. Oh yeah.
When I was a wee one, I had my first crush. Those tiny false alarms made me blush. That neck, that tush, that horn, that never-ending smile. That's when I knew I was a paleophile. It may be a sin, but that toothy grin drives me wild. I'm not into boys or girls, I just want dinosaurs. I want my dino whore, omnivore, carnivore, herbivore. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Huh. Archaeopteryx, extend those sexy wings. It makes me think the naughtiest things. Brontosaurus with your neck so very long, I could stroke it all night long. Velociraptor, give me some more, you big dickosaur. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Megalosaur, give me your ultra megalodon. Sizemosaurus, you shake me, you're breaking my heart on. I wanna go back to the past for that sweet dino ass. Wind up the clock, tickety-tock for that fat dino cock. Please take me home, I'm all alone, stuck in a world without dinosaurs. Without dinosaurs. Huh. Triceratops, so can you top me? You make me horny to the power of 3. I have only one wish for my Mesozoic date. I want a T-Rex to masturbate. When we're alone, I'll polish your bone till you squirt dino foam. I'm not into boys or girls, I just want dinosaurs. I want my dino whore, omnivore, carnivore, herbivore. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Huh. Ankylosaurs, you will someday become gas. Till then use your tail to pound my ass. Stegosaurus with your lovely lady plates. Why don't you come please, sit in my face. What can I do? I like to screw, I bet they did too. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Megalosaur, give me your ultra megalodon. Seismosaurus, you shake me, you're breaking my heart, heart on. I wanna go back to the past for that sweet dino ass. Wind up the clock, tickety-tock for that fat dino cock. Please get me home, I'm all alone, stuck in a world without dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. Oh, what a bore. So yeah, that's a song about ass. It's about dinosaur ass, but it is about ass. Yeah, but I do mention the derriere quite frequently in a bunch of my songs, but yeah, I don't. You know what, we don't, and we really should. We should have. I would love to get some other big like Mothra. I'd love to have some Mothra sounds, Gamera sounds. It'd be cool to have like Rodan, like all the big ones. It'd be fun to have that. Like and then even some of like the Ultraman. Like some of that. We do have bears, but yeah. So I'd like to get some. I just. It's a little bit more difficult for me to capture those sounds now that YouTube is policing the sites that allowed you to just chip that stuff easily for free. I can actually pull it off pretty easily. I just have to capture it, which is not difficult. Okay, give me 1 second though. I'm about to burst. I really need to use the bathroom. I needed to use the bathroom when I started the stream. I was like, oh, I'll play a few songs. So that was an hour and a half ago. Like, I'll play a few songs, and then I'll take a quick break. And that was an hour and 40 minutes ago. So I'll be right back. You guys make use of the soundboard. There's 300 plus sound effects and movie quotes and silly things. And then I'll be back in just 1 second. So, yeah, Rodan, yeah. Degas, yeah. All right, back with it. Sue, thank you, buddy.
Life is like a mop. And sometimes life gets full of dirt and crud and bugs and hairballs and stuff. You gotta clean it out. You gotta put it in here and rinse it off and start all over again. And sometimes life sticks to the floor so bad. A mop is not good enough. It's not good enough. You gotta get down there like with a toothbrush, and you gotta really scrub. You gotta get it off. You gotta really try to get it off. But if that doesn't work, you can't give up. You gotta stand right up. You gotta run to a window and say, hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
That's like peanut, hazelnut, cashew nut, macadamia nut. That was the one that would send her into going crazy. She said, "You stop naming nuts. Pine nut, pistachio nut, red pistachio nut, natural, all natural white pistachio nut."
Like, you know, like they're it's so crazy because there are literally like hundreds of movie quotes and a bunch of them are long and awesome and like it's fucking. And I do love that. I do love nuts. I do love sword fight. I do love. It's funny we hear the bathroom break song on the Ashley show. Oh yeah, that's because I wrote it for Ashley. You know, like I wrote that. It's the Tinkle Time was written specifically for her, so I wouldn't want to chip it. All right, let's go. All right, let me hold on real quick. Okay, so let's do another song. Here, I'm gonna play the I know. I played this one earlier. I opened the show with this song, but this is brand new. I've only played it once. I've only played it once live. I probably played it 5 or 6 times in my entire life. I wrote this. I mean, obviously as I was writing it, I was working on all the parts. But let me just review. And then
Oh, you're gonna hurt.
this song is like maybe 36 hours old. It goes and if you've already heard it, I apologize, but
she's been getting on, she's been getting off, she's been getting around, she's been coming up, she's been coming down, she's been coming around. Oh, she knows what she wants, and she ain't gonna stop till she climbs up on top. You can't get in the way unless you're willing to pay, unless you give what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 She's been on the prowl, but she's a hunter now, and she's been ready to pounce. She's a killer, son, and you better run. You better flee, you better get on out. She's more deadly than fire, and she knows how to burn. This is something you'll learn. And she ain't gonna stop till she's up on top, till she gets what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 And when she's got you, oh, you're gonna hurt. Yeah, she's gonna draw some blood. And but in that hurting, you might realize that there's never been another you could ever call your lover. Whoa, oh, she's good. And when she's got you, oh, you're gonna hurt. Yeah, she's gonna draw some blood. But in that hurting, But in that bleeding, you'll be pleading for the needing and the loving that she's loving, 'cause there's just no other lover, whoa. She's been coming on, she's been coming out, she's been coming around. She's been tearing up, she's been tearing out, she's been tearing around. Oh, she knows what she wants, and she ain't gonna stop till she climbs up on top. You can't get in the way unless you're willing to pay, unless you give what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 She's unstoppable. Okay, so there you go. So yeah, so that one, that's brand new. It's gonna take me a while to kind of like I should have practiced it before, and I just haven't had any time, man. I really have been between the songwriting duties and hey, thank you, Ian. Thank you, man. I look at the list on Discord and look. Oh yeah, yeah. There's so many cool sound quotes. But anyway, so that's a brand new one. It's called "She's Unstoppable." It's a companion song to my song "Unstoppable." Hey, thank you, Isabella. Right on. Thank you. All right, let's do bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. All right, let's do some more of the let's do some more of the new tunes. Damn it! I bought the new Studio One and have to upgrade to Windows 10. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, at least Windows 10 now is not as bad as Windows 10 last year or Windows 10 the year before, you know. All right, here let's do this one. I haven't done this one in a while. I feel, yeah, it's still in tune. I've been drinking way too much. Nope. Let's do this. Sorry about that. Here. I've been drinking way too much. I've been sleeping not at all. I've been finding that the things I want to do are just too tough. I can't scale these prison walls. And I don't know where I've been hurt. I can't seem to find the wounds. But I know with every passing day I grow a little weaker. Oh yes, I know it's true. And I wanted to believe that maybe I could find a way to pull myself out of the self-inflicted wound that is my mind. I've hurt the ones I love. Oh, I do it all the time. I used to think that I was gonna be a good man, but I'm just a man, you'll find. And I'm barely holding on. I'm hanging by my nails. And it feels like everything I put my heart into is only doomed to fail. And I wanted to believe that maybe I could find a way to pull myself out of the self-inflicted wound that is my mind. And I wanted to believe that maybe I could try to heal the self-inflicted wound that's become my mind. But whatever. Hey, it's okay. I'm a fucking train wreck. I think I'm gonna stay wrecked. But hey. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna press on. I'm gonna keep on anyway. I've been, oh shoot, hold on, crap. I've been stumbling now for years. I've been barely holding on. I've been working so damn hard, but I'm afraid that everything I've ever made is just poison. And I wanted to believe that maybe I could find a way to pull myself out of the self-inflicted wound that is my mind. And I wanted to believe that maybe I could try to heal the self-inflicted wound that's become my mind. Wow, that really struggled with that one for some reason. And I gotta remember to fucking put that, I gotta remember to get rid of that. Like I changed the way, the shape of, anyway, whatever. So, man, thank you, Ian. Thank you kindly, man. Yeah, all right, so let's see. What do I want to do? Like I said, so I don't know how long I'm going to be going today. I have to write 3 songs this week. I've already written one. I have to write 4 songs in total this week to catch up with my goal, you know. And so I'm going to prioritize that. Yes, of course, Isabella. For what? But yes, of course. I really find that one beautiful and relatable. Oh, thank you, 912. Yeah, that's. I mean, that one is my like you know. I occasionally I write songs that are directly from me, you know, like usually like all of my every song I write has a significant element of me, you know, but I often they're sort of me looking at the like it's my take on the world through the lens through my eyes, you know. Every now and again I turn that lens inwards, you know, and write a song about kind of what's going on in my own head. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, thank you, Isabella. Yeah, thank you, yeah. And that one, so that's a song called Self-Inflicted Wound, and that one is definitely very much is very much a confessional, you know. Sea of Frustration, I haven't played that one in a while. Heck yeah, I can do that. Sea of Frustration. Okay, let me. Okay. So, this is a song I wrote. I've been involved in a long distance relationship for a year now, and it's been impacted intensely because of the whole COVID thing, and so. So, here we go. We've been drifting for days, desiccated by the sun and tumbled by the waves, and we've been lost out to sea. We're a million miles from nowhere, miles from where we want to be, and our hearts are warm. They've been drowned by crashing waves and pummeled by the storm, and we are lost, so lost. Oh, consternation on the sea of frustration. You and I are adrift on troubled seas. Oh, damn vexation, blown by winds of deprivation, and there's just no consolation for you and me.
I sure can, Ronkmaster. I'll do that next. Awesome, man. Right on.
There's no reprieve. Thoughts of you, they burn inside, they're burning me constantly, and there's no escape. My want for you, it overwhelms. All it does is escalate when you're not with me. I feel such desperation on the sea of frustration, and I'm lost. So lost. Oh, consternation on the sea of frustration. You and I are adrift on troubled seas. Oh, damn vexation, blown by winds of deprivation, and there's just no consolation for you and me. Oh, damn vexation, blown by winds of deprivation, and there's just no consolation for you and me. Oh, consternation on the sea of frustration. You and I are adrift on troubled seas.
Yeah, so that's a song called Sea of Frustration. And yeah, fuck it all up. Let me see. No. I thought it was, here it is. I was like, I know it's right there. Okay, let me just review this one. I haven't played this one in quite some time. So let me just review. So it's okay. Okay. I'm gonna fuck it all up, 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 gonna fuck it all up, I'm gonna fuck it all up. Don't give me all your heartache, don't share with me your mistakes. Hold on, the capo's not. I'm gonna have to replace the no. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna fuck it all up. 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 Gonna fuck it all up. I'm gonna fuck it all up. Don't give me all your heartache. Don't share with me your mistakes. Don't ask me to be there when you must share the holes in your heart. Don't reveal to me your weakness. Don't tell me that you need this. Don't ask of me to be anything you might need, anything you want. I'm gonna fuck it all up. 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 Gonna fuck it all up. Gonna fuck it all up. 'Cause that's just what I do. Oh, I'm always lost. Oh, that's just what I do. And I'm always lost. I'm gonna fuck it all up. 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 Gonna fuck it all up. Gonna fuck it all up. I'm gonna fuck it all up. Don't ask me to endure this. Don't ask if I can cure this. Don't ask me to be strong when we know all along that I'm just gonna fall. Don't ask me to be tougher.
The storm should grow much rougher. I think I need to split, can't handle it, gonna get it wrong. I'm gonna fuck it all up, 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 gonna fuck it all up, I'm gonna fuck it all up, I'm gonna fuck it all up. Cause that's just what I do. Oh, I'm always lost. Yes, that's just what I do. Oh, I'm always lost. I'm gonna fuck it all up. 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 Gonna fuck it all up. I'm gonna fuck it all up. Gonna fuck it all up. I'm gonna fuck it all up. So yeah, that's a song called "I'm Gonna Fuck It All Up." Hey, thank you, Rockmaster. All right, so I haven't played that one in a while, so thanks for that request, man. Oh, and I didn't play Ineffable. I forgot to play Ineffable. I haven't played this one in a long time either. So I might fuck this one up. This one has some. Let me review this one. This one, it's got some weird chord shapes that I need to kind of wrap my head around real quick. Ineffable. No. All right. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to write. Hi, yes. I wanted to write a song that lyrically it was a straight ahead love song, but chordally it was darker, you know. And I wanted to see what would happen if I combine those two. Let me just review those. And then oh yeah, okay. I think I've got this. I think I'll get this one. Okay, here we go. So this is and thank you, Buddha Belly Drummer. Thank you very much for the follow, man. And I'll play Rat Race just after this one. So this is So this is a song. So all the lyrics, if you listen to the lyrics, it's just a sort of a straight ahead love song, but it was put to like minor key chords and some you know, some diminished chords and some augmented chords and some weirdnesses and yeah, and it goes like this. I wanna say, but I cannot say all that I feel in my heart. No words can convey in any way. It's simply too tough, it's too hard to say I love you. It's too small a word. There's never been heard a word that describes what I feel when I look in your eyes. That moment defies description. All that you are, I need in my life. This just can't be right, no, it's perfect. I long for your touch, your slightest embrace, the trace of your fingers so perfect. To say I love you is simply too small. The message, it falls too shy. I need a starscape with 1,000 worlds. My message unfurls across a night sky. To say I love you, to say I love you is too small a word. There's never been heard a word that describes what I feel when I look in your eyes. That moment defies description.
Yeah, hey, thank you, Rockmaster. Yeah, that's a song called. So it's not called Ineffable. It's in parentheses is the word ineffable. The idea is just like the lyrics of that song. Me trying to describe what I feel is indescribable. So too is the title of the song, because the song is about me saying that I can't even explain, put into words what I feel, and so and because I can't put into words what I feel, the title of the song can't in itself be named, you know. So it itself is ineffable. So yeah, anyway, it's a bit of a weird concept, but that's it. That's the name of the song. It has no name. God damn it, Ian, you're dead to me. All right, Rat Race. Don't worry, man. Go take your shower. I haven't played this one in a while too, so this is gonna take me a second to. What?
If you join the rat race, win and lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 million, you want 1 million more than that. Gold is fine, and riches they shine. So okay, yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, and then.
Okay, all right. Oh, really? F the ineffable. Yeah, I mean, but the idea that something is, you know, like if you say that all things can be described, then like if particularly if you're a writer, right? So if you want to convey something that's beyond mortal ken, mortal scope, the ability, the capacity for articulation whatsoever, you know, like ineffable is the word that you use, you know. I do understand when you're trying to compel people that don't write that anything can be described, that you could say F the ineffable, but the idea of that there are things that are beyond our. I mean, in fact, it's really true. I mean, because each language we speak is sort of like a programming language, right? And it's like sort of like Schadenfreude, you know, and like zeitgeist. You know, there are words that English has purloined because they just they better articulate. You know, like what it would take us 20 or 30 words to say this, and this word says it very succinctly. There are, you know, like I think about that all the time. Yeah, no, and I get that. I get that. Yeah, and that's awesome. But yeah, it's, you know, it's funny. Like for me, there's always going to be things that, like, in the same way that the Western ear is not trained to hear, you know, some of the the sounds that come from other languages, like my whole life is about hearing stuff, and like I said, like I have friends whose names I hear, they'll pronounce their name. I'll hear, I can hear an approximation of their name, but I know I can't pronounce it exactly right. And I'm like, there's some weird little fillip inside the pronunciation that I'm just not capturing. Like it's not, I mean, I can hear that something's different. I just can't identify it in a way that I can recreate it. I'm like crazy, So that's always been a really interesting, the idea of the inexpressible. Yeah. Anyway, but.
If you join the rat race, win or lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 million, you will want 1 million more than that. Riches are fine and gold it shines. Riches are fine, gold it shines. Riches are fine and gold it shines.
Fuck, I'm all right. Let me just review that. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Sorry, this is a little bit of it's like the entire verse. The chords don't repeat like they're. I mean, some chords do. Like it keeps coming back to the tonic, but it's anyway. It goes on.
If you join the rat race, win or lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 million, you will want 1 million more than that. Riches are fine and gold it shines, but I don't want to waste my time pursuing the American dream, 'cause the American dream is not my dream. I don't want $1 million, and I don't need a fancy car. All I want is a little laughter, ha ha ha. All I want is you as you are. If you join the rat race, win or lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 billion, you will want 1 billion more than that. Riches are fine and diamonds they shine, but I don't want to waste my time pursuing the American dream, 'cause the American dream is not my dream. I don't want $1 billion, and I don't need 10 fancy cars. All I want is a little laughter, ha ha ha. All I want is you as you are. 'Cause I've had a lot of money, but I've had so little love. And money buys you things, but you can never get enough. But the little love I've known have only gone to show me. If you join the rat race, win or lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 trillion, you want 1 trillion more than that. Riches are fine and rubies they shine, but I don't want to waste my time pursuing the American dream, 'cause the American dream is not my dream. I don't want $1 million, and I don't need a fancy car. All I want is a little laughter, ha ha ha. All I want is you as you are. All I want is you as you are. All I want is you as you are.
Interesting to think about how your language constrains your perception of reality, similar to how we use a base 10 numerical system, and it's super difficult to understand other systems until you recognize the limitations of base 10. Really? So yeah, that's I've never really been introduced to other like which is frustrating for me, because I do a lot of internal math, like like I'm constantly calculating percentages and division and things of that sort. all the time. Before I even go to my calculator, I'll see if I can figure it out mentally. Like I enjoy those kinds of puzzles, and I do like. I was a big, but when I got into, I think it was advanced algebra. So yeah, I did geometry was fine. It was algebra was fine. Advanced algebra, I think it was advanced algebra. Maybe it was. I don't think it was pre-calc. So I think it was advanced algebra. I had an instructor that he spoke a very heavily accented English, and he spoke as fast as I did. And he refused to slow down when he was explaining stuff. So he'd explain stuff, and I'd be like, "Excuse me, I don't understand this perspective." And he would get very frustrated, and then shush me, and then move on. And he did that to everybody in the room. And so I was like, "If you're not going to fucking teach me, then I'm not going to learn. Fuck you." And that was the end. And so that was the end of my excitement about and I rue that day, because it's always been it's funny. I like looking at a problem and figuring out my own solution to it. I don't like operating off of formulas, but I like to look at something and be like, all right, how would I figure this out? How would I parse this? It was fun for me. It was fun for me to look and understand how geometry was developed, like but whatever. So, but fuck it. They don't want thinkers. They want worker bees. Just fucking do your homework. Take your test. Get the fuck out. All right, let's see. All right, so that's a song called Rat Race. Thank you, Buddha Belly drummer for. That's really frustrating when a teacher kills your enjoyment. Yeah, and that really was what I mean. Geometry for me was not super fun. Mostly because of the class. The class. For me, it really is if I'm with a class of students that don't take whatever it is that we're learning together seriously, then and it's really funny because I never realized that also, like, because I was a bit of a class clown, so I realized that I probably was very disruptive to other people's teaching, in courses where there was ample opportunity for making jokes. In fact, I do remember I had one teacher that literally lost his shit because it was a cinematography course, and I would just constantly make little quips, like there'd be somebody would throw out, like, I was kind of like doing an MST3K kind of thing to the movies, somebody would say something and I'd throw out a little joke as a response, and everybody was laughing, and it was like, and then and I did it the way we were. So the one of the things was the instructor, the teacher, like it wasn't cinematography from the perspective of like these were important films in the world of cinema, and these movies changed the way that people either looked at cinema from an art perspective or cinema from a mass consumption perspective. It wasn't that. It was, these are my favorite movies, and so we watched all of his favorite movies, and so we were watching The Way We Were, which is like a Robert Redford Barbra Streisand movie. And of course, so by this point in time, I was so comfortable making jokes, and I had a buddy of mine. He and I would like kind of like, we would Waldorf and Statler, the movies, so we'd make our little jokes, and then we switched from that to what's it called? It's a love story. And so the very opening line of A Love Story, it goes, it's like a narration. It's narration by the young male protagonist, and it's like, what do you say about a girl that loved the Beatles and loved beaches and loved this and loved that, and is dead? And I go, she's dead? like that's isn't that the first thing? She's dead. And of course, and everybody laughs, and then the teacher fucking literally lost his mind. So like lost his mind. Fucking like just lost his mind. And I was like, whoa. This is like he's like the most sanguine teacher ever, But I guess I just eviscerated one of his favorite movies, and then he thought I was about to eviscerate another one. So that was no go, no good. No bueno. And so I realized that so maybe I too contributed in ways that, maybe I, maybe I had a deleterious impact on the learning of my fellow students, But even so, man, I'm a fucking kid. Like you can fucking, I could very well have been reasoned with. I still had, even though I was a kid, I still have the same brain that I did back then. You know, like he could have come to me, or anybody could come to me like, hey, Mike, you know, like I do appreciate your humor and it's awesome, but you're literally disrupting the class, and this is an important class to me. Like I love this stuff. You know, like that's why I teach it. You know, like they could have said they could have treated me like an adult. Spoken to me just once, and I'd have been totally respectful the rest of the year. But that never happened. No, actually, that's not so. I did have a history professor that did do that to me, and he actually came to me. And he was like, Mike, he's like, what's going on? Like, you're a smart guy. Like why don't you? And I was like, well, like I know this stuff. I mean, I've been studying. This is American history, man. I've been studying this. Like, I know this is just. It's all like the same old, you know. But we had a little heart to heart, and that was it. Like that was the last time I kind of acted out in his class because I was like, "Fuck, all right, I get it." So, yeah. Anyway, grow the fuck up. All right. Yeah. I use math and D&D, and when building things that I know. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, and yeah, fractions. Like constantly, I'm having to do conversions of like when I'm cooking. You know, I'll be doing you know, conversions in my head because I'm doing 1/3 of a recipe. You know, because I'm just cooking for one person, and so I'm, you know, and it's fun for me. Like I like having, I really think about, like, because I have friends that can't do division. You know, that without phones they're fucked, and I'm like, how can you live like that? Like you can't, like. If you've got $33 and you need to split it like 5 ways, you can't figure out like the quickest way to get there because it's really easy, you know. And so, in fact, I just did that in my head, you know. So, 550. But that said, you know, anyway, it's just weird that that's not like it's so sad that my excitement about math was completely derailed by one class. Although it was put on very shaky rails in geometry mostly because of my classmates. Because I just had really fun classmates and no one really took it seriously. And so, but I did fine. I think I got like a B+ in geometry, which is like, but then by the time I hit algebra, like algebra 2, or advanced algebra, I think it was, I don't remember which one it was, but man, that instructor, he gave no fucks about me and taught me to give no fucks about the class. There you go. So this is a song called "Grow the Fuck Up." Grow the fuck up. So this song, it's really funny. I've looked for this article since I read it. I first read the article it was some magazine. I was on an aircraft. I don't remember where I was flying to or what I was doing. I definitely lost interest in math in high school, but college level. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's yeah. So I only did one semester of college. I was offered a job at Universal. I did an internship at Universal the summer between college and between my high school year, my senior year in high school, and my freshman year in college. And they offered me a job, and they're like, "Mike, we want you to stay on as an apprentice writer and learn the business of animation." And I said no, and I went back to, so I went to college and I did one semester, and then I was like, why did I pass up a fucking amazing job? And I was like, you know, and so I left, but but that first semester in college, I took no math. I was so over it at that point in time. So it was a lot of like, it was a lot of history and poli-sci stuff. History, it was like international relations, history, philosophy. I did take a creative writing course. I don't remember what else, but yeah. So I aced the class, then dropped it. I had an asshole teacher say out loud, "Girls, oh yes, that's just fucking ridiculous." I was a genetics major, and higher level genetics is most. Oh really? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. That's awesome, Rockmaster. Very cool, man. All right, so let me just review this one. No wait. No, so. Okay, so. Okay, all right. So this song. So I was in an aircraft. I don't remember going where. And there was an article by it was an interview with Philip Anschutz, and Philip Anschutz is a billionaire. So first off, my perspective on the whole billionaire thing is that they're all fucking evil. Like no matter how. I guess maybe quite possibly maybe, and we'll see as the years progress. Maybe I'm going to give her a 5-year window, but Jeff Bezos' wife, who's been giving away the vast preponderance of her fortune, that's fucking awesome. Go her, you know. But anybody that sustains billions of dollars is a fucking an evil fucking cocksucker. That has sown so much evil and dissension and woe in the lives of their competitors and the lives of their employees. They're exploitative to the point they're just a fucking cancer, you know. All of them. And there's no amount of philanthropy in the late in their after they've retired that will ever make up for them just being complete fucking cock twats of the highest order, just blisters that need to be lanced and completely removed off the skin of the human race. But that said, so Philip Anschutz is one of these billionaires, and he was. And he was talking about how he looked at his money as a score. Like he looked at it as like a measurement to there's no fucking way. There's no like even Google. The thing is there's no way that you can start accruing that level of wealth. And like there are certainly your all of your successes are built on the backs of others, right? And so if you're accruing that amount of wealth and you're not redistributing it in a way that is equitable to the people that are also working equally as hard as you, like there's no human being has ever worked so hard as to deserve $1 billion. There's no amount of work that you've ever done. If you got up in the morning and you fucking worked like a goddamn freight train to the moment you went to bed at night, and you did that 7 days a week, you would still not be worth $1 billion. You know, it is fucking bullshit. So you're ultimately you're gaming the system already. Since the 70s, the system has grown more and more geared towards the wealthy and the ultra wealthy and the ultra wealthy, you know, and that's been by design. And the more wealth they have, the more wealth they want, and the more ownership. Like now more than 50% of the world is more than 50% of all wealth is owned by the top 1% of the 1%. You know, so it's just fucking and there's I promise you there's a lot of, I'm certain there are a lot of billionaires on the planet Earth that I don't know their stories, but I promise you if you gave me 45 minutes to an hour to investigate them, I could come up with a billion different like points of light that I'd be like, hey, this is probably exploitative. This is probably exploitative. This is probably like you can't get that wealthy without being a fucking cocksucker. Without jettisoning your humanity and being all about you and all about greed and all about your success and what is important to you and you alone. You know. So fuck you. You are, as far as I'm concerned, you are just a fucking cancer that needs to be erased. So Philip Anschutz in this article, he's talking about money and how he looks at it as a and not so much. He did say it looks kind of like a score, but it wasn't like he was so much in a game as it was a way that he could measure his success against his peers, his other billionaire peers, you know. And I was like, you fucking son of a bitch. Because there are people right now. There are people right now who have children who are dying of cancer, who are fucking broke. They are bankrupt because they've been bankrupted because this is the United States of America, and our fucking healthcare is also rapacious and evil and pernicious and literally the shittiest. It's only Satan. Like if anybody wanted to make an argument for the fact that the devil is real and that Satan is like that there is a force of evil and that force of evil actively has a hand in our universe, I would be like, oh yeah, well yeah, of course the American healthcare system is a great example of like so. So this so this guy's like, yeah, I think of it as a score. So this guy that has billions of dollars, right? So there's $1,000 million in every billion, and he has 1,000 million. So you make your first million, and you make another million, and then another million, and then another million, and you do that 100 times, and then you repeat that 100 times. 10 times to get so that's 100 times, and then another 100 times, and then 100 times, another 100, like millions of dollars to get to 1 billion. And this guy has like $7 or $8 billion, whatever it was. Like, so I'm like, you're a fucking piece of shit, you know? And because there are families that have children that are suffering from cancer and they can't afford treatments, and they're having to go fucking hat in hand, which is already just having to deal with a child that's dying of a deadly disease is fucking brutal and fucking awful. But the thing is, but then to have to like anyway, and that's just those people. Then there's people that are starving and people that are impoverished, and there's like 1 billion people on the planet Earth that don't know every day they wake up without knowing where their next meal is going to come from. Like, if you have that kind of wealth in this fucking planet, you are just a fucking cancer. You're fucking evil, you know. So this guy was writing this thing, and he's like talking about scores, and I'm like, you're so fucking disconnected. You think that like, and there are still so many people on this earth, particularly here in the United States, because we're so comfortable, we're so wealthy, and we have so much food and money and shit and toys and fucking, that we just don't see the rest of the world for the fucking horror that they're going through. It's like we are, you know, even the poorest Americans are still like, you know. Anyway, whatever. So this is a song called "Grow the Fuck Up." It goes. Bum ba 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 dum bum ba da ba dum bum ba ba da dum bum ba ba da dum bum ba ba bum 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 bum. If you don't wanna, you don't gotta, there's nothing that you have to do. It's not a game if you don't play, you don't have to win or lose. If you don't wanna, you don't gotta, you can choose your own rules. Everybody's living, giving up the time, working for fools. I believe in miracles, the resurrection of the dead, and the beating of a broken heart, and the words we've left unsaid, and the things we do instead. If you can't make it, if you can't take it, you don't gotta play the game. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition. Grow the fuck up. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition. Grow the fuck up. Bum ba da ba da da dum bum 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 ba da ba da ba da bum 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 ba da ba da ba da bum 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 ba da ba da bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum ba da da bum 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 ba dum bum. If you can't stand it, if you just hate it, recreate something new. The best is they can't tell you doubts, so long as to yourself you are true. You don't wanna, you don't gotta, there's something that you don't do. It's not a game if you don't play, you don't have to win or lose. I believe in miracles, the resurrection of the dead, and the beating of a broken heart, and the words we've left unsaid, and the things we do instead. If you can't make it, if you can't take it, you don't gotta play the game. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition. Grow the fuck up. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition. Grow the fuck up. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition. Grow the fuck up. Hey, thank you. Yeah, so that's, you know, you know, I just think about all of the fucking, you know, like you can't reverse engineer a life of purpose, you know, so if you live for money, if your whole life you live for money, I think that's what Bill Gates is trying to do. He's trying to correct the fact that he has no soul, you know. But sorry, dude. Yeah, you've already destroyed so many thousands and millions of lives over the course of your career. Like there's no your karmic imbalance is fucked. Like I mean, thank God you're helping fund AIDS research and you know and you know and like clean needles and vaccines and shit like that. That's good on you, man. But it's that compostician. Yeah. Thank you, Star Gamer. Thank you. But and also computers. What do you mean, Paper Cat? But yeah, and the thing is yeah, and thank you and how you doing, Star Gamer? Good to see you, man. And thank you again, my amigo. Compostation. Oh God. All right. So I've got about 22 minutes left in the stream, everybody. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, yeah, he certainly did stifle competition, you know, and in brutal ways. And could you imagine the kind of world we'd be in if those competitors with their innovative technologies had been allowed the opportunity to just get a little bit of sunlight and a little bit of air, you know? Yeah, you know, I mean, but this is the world we live in. It's, you know, it's fucking rapacious, fucking. It's designed by children. It's designed by emotional children. Like they're most of us have not really even graduated like beyond like middle school comprehension of empathy and emotional intelligence and the capacity to think outside of our own skins and our own like, you know, so it makes sense. It makes sense. I can't fault a kid for being a kid, you know, and so I look and I'm like, oh, like I can't look at I can't look at any billionaire and I can't be like, oh yeah, like you're just a fucked up human being. You're just a piece of shit. You know, the thing is like I want to remove you, but the thing is I can't hate you. You know, the thing is you're just shitty. Like you are as damaged as you're like you are as damaged as all of us, but then you went on and just kept re-damaging yourself. You kept removing yourself even further and further from your people. We're social creatures, humans, you know, and to put yourself that far outside of them, it's like becoming ridiculously famous. Like that's it. It just fucking fucks with you. It turns you into a non-human, you know. Oh yeah, no, you're right, and you're right. You are, and the thing is, and again, again, I do applaud any time anybody does anything for other human beings. So the thing is like, you know, but again, it comes down to this, right? So you know, I've had people, you know, like I've had people come to my shows and somebody come up and be like, hey Mike, you know, like I love that, and can I get a t-shirt, you know? And we'll be talking about them and talking about what's going on and you know, and they're like, yeah, you know, like I usually don't get out, and I normally can't afford a show, but I decided like you make it to town so rarely, and so I was like, fuck it, I'll spend the 10, and thank God you do cheap shows, so it's $10, and like I can't really afford this shirt because I don't have any money in my bank account, but when am I ever gonna get another shirt? So I'm gonna buy the shirt and I'll deal with it later. And I'm like, fucking, that's awesome, you know. And then somebody else will show up and they'll buy all of my entire catalog, you know, like they'll buy everything I've got there, and like, see you later. The thing is that like and so I've been conditioned to appreciate the person that buys everything more than the person that buys the shirt. And if we had not had that conversation, had I not had that conversation with them, I would not have known how much they were of their actual life worth they were contributing to me to come out and see this show, you know. Hey Brad, how you doing, man? Do a bear and roll, everybody. Hey, a fucking phenomenal songwriter, a phenomenal a Twitch streamer, and a phenomenal musician. If you do not yet follow Do a Bear and Roll, I highly recommend it. But man, yeah. So you know, so for me, it's like I'm always trying to always trying to like qualify the things like so. Anytime anybody does anything that is in service of fellow people, awesome, you know. But the thing is but you also, like, from my perspective, I also try to look at the intentions behind it. And I also try to look at like that, like, was it a sacrifice? Was it something that like did they give of themselves because it was an earnest it was an earnest attempt to be like, hey, we're all of us, you know, like I'm with you. You're like, you're my people, you know, or was it something more cynical than that? Because the thing is, like, because often for me, I don't want the, this makes me a little uncomfortable, even though I see your points. Being in politics, people just assume I'm a liar. I'm not. You know, what do you mean? What do you mean they assume you're a liar? Because you actually work in politics. And again, I do have to say, I do have to say, like my perspective, like, dude, I'm just a fucking musician. This is stuff I care a lot about. I'm a big reader. I've always got. I'm a information junkie. I don't ever spend any portion of my day not taking something new in, you know, like it's, and so I'm always filling my head with news and books and movies and film and story and, you know, like, and music. But it's just my perspective. And the thing is like you can believe whatever, and your perspective predicated on your life experience and predicated on your learning is 100% equally as valid as mine, you know? So please don't ever cause I do talk like I'm like they're fucking cancer. And I do personally feel that, you know, but the thing is that like, but literally if someone were to say to me, okay, Mike, we're going to put you in charge of all billionaires. How do we deal with this guy? How do we deal with this stuff? You know, I'd be like, okay, if I would have to take it a lot more seriously, and I'd have to like dig in a little bit deeper, and I couldn't just do the knee jerk reactions that I do now, you know. So, I don't. Hey, Julchin, Coolchin. I don't know you, man. It's like, hey, Patricia, how you doing? But yeah, I don't. I think it's always a really weird thing. I've been doing Twitch for a long time, man. It's always a weird thing when people that I don't know show up in the stream and ask me to do like I'm not a performing monkey, you know. I'm a fucking musician. I have 20 albums in stores. I tour the planet. It's always a strange thing. I do like to be accommodating, but that's always a weird thing, man. You know, like you say hi, come in, hang out for a little while, you know, get to know the group. Like, I don't understand. Like, are people touring and they just, is it Patricia's birthday maybe? And you're like, I'm just going around. I know people have done that. Let's just go around and get a bunch of people to say happy birthday to you. If that's the case, that's awesome. Just say that, but just come and be a part of. Otherwise it's like you walked into my house. Here's my house. I've got a bunch of people hanging out in the living room and somebody just walked in and was like, hey dude, you know, can you do this for this person? No, no. I mean, I can. That's why I did. It's not hard, but it's really weird, right? It's fucking weird. It's a very weird thing you're doing. All right. Yeah. And thank you. Thanks again for the second round of bits, Stargamer. I mean, yeah, man. You know, I do love you guys, and I appreciate your generosity. I don't like. It's not, you know, like I do appreciate it. I do want to say that. I think this is like, but anyway, I just feel like, anyway, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm in a weird mood now. This my rant on Grow the Fuck Up has put me in a weird space. All right, let's get back to let's play some new music. So this is a song I just wrote. Your boy. So this song is no, Ian, don't. No, it's not you, man. It's just me. Like, you know, like you know, it's so funny. In fact, I do have to say, I'm a bit of a coward. Like I have. There's so much of the world around me that I just find objectionable and reprehensible and disgusting, and you know, like I've just decided, like, I just started editing it out. I'm like, I'm just not going to go out to these places. I'm not going to go interact with these kinds of people. I'm going to I'm so tired of being combative all the time. Cause that's the one thing, is like, which is frustrating for me. Cause I'm not the kind of person that I don't like when someone's being an evil self-important shitheel and right in front of me. I'm gonna call attention to it. Like I don't know why that's built into me. I don't know what it is about that where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, we're all in fucking line. You don't just get to walk in front of the line because you're fucking Jesus Christ. Get the fucking back. Like that's just me. I'm confrontational, you know. and it's just weird, you know. It's just been a why is do you think it's a sign? It's my birth sign, Buddha Belly drummer. May 7th. But the thing is it like yeah. Anyway, let's. So this is one of my new songs. This was written. So I'm in the process of writing 104 songs this year. I've written 27 so far. So I'm a little bit behind. I have to write 3 songs this week. But so yeah. But this is a new one called Your Boy.
I wanna pick you up tonight and take you for a ride. Let's make our way to the cemetery and read the names of those who've died. Let's make up stories of the people they'd be if they were friends to you and me. I wanna pick you up tonight and take you to the cemetery. So, won't you go with me? Oh, I want to be your boy. Yes, I want to be your boy. Please won't you let me be your boy? Wanna be your boy. I wanna take you out tonight and learn how to couples dance. We would swing around the dance floor, a tumble of legs and hands. People might laugh but we'd never see 'cause there's only you and me. I wanna take you out tonight and dance romantically. Oh, won't you dance with me? Oh, I want to be your boy. Yes, I want to be your boy. Please won't you let me be your boy? I wanna be your boy. And when we greet the sunrise, we will know we've had a beautiful night. A beautiful night. A beautiful night. I wanna take you out tonight to the top of the tallest tower. Up we'll climb 3,000 stairs to meet the midnight hour. Over the edge we'll dangle our feet as we split a bottle of wine. I wanna take you to the tippy top of the tallest tower I can find. Oh, will you be mine? Oh, I want to be your boy. Yes, I want to be your boy. Please won't you let me be your boy? I wanna be your boy. Let me be your boy.
That's one of, I've been writing a bunch of songs that kind of deal with being impoverished, and still trying to either start a relationship or maintain a relationship. So, hey, thank you, Ian. Thank you, man. And so thank you for that request, Isabella. And so, cause there have been points in my life where I've literally had, like, I've had no money in the bank whatsoever. I've had I don't know, there've been times working as a musician where I'm out of funds and I have no idea, and I know that I get my next royalty check like 2 months from now, you know, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do for the 2 months, you know? And so I have to go scramble to find either like under the table work or try to find a part-time job really quickly. And, you know, and so in that process, like, and that doesn't happen too frequently, but there have been periods from 1996 till today, you know, where I've just had to scramble, you know, and so I meet some girl and I'm like, oh, you're amazing, and let's go out and let me take you out. And I'm like, I can't do it. I have no money. So I'm like, all right, well, and so that song was me kind of like ruminating on sort of the ideas of what someone could do if they were totally broke, but was still wanted to court someone, you know, so. And thank you, Isabella. Yeah. You have a decade of delay. So you right now you are catching what I'm doing in 2031. Is that correct, Ian? So can you tell me? That's good. That's good news. I'm still alive. I'm still making music here on Twitch. That's really interesting. That'd be 15 years of Twitch streaming. Wow. Happiness. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So do I look okay? I have managed to cut my hair. Yes. Please say yes. I haven't maintained COVID hair for a full decade, have I? All right, this is a song called "Happiness." So again, like I was saying earlier regarding the song, I'm so fucking happy. Like there are, you know, I've never been diagnosed as you know, like I've never been to a mental health doctor, like somebody with a doctorate that can prescribe and diagnose and things of that nature. I've seen therapists throughout my life. Oh, that's great. Well, thank you, man. With my hair, I don't think my hair gets that long. I think it just gets kinkier and kinkier. It eventually just gonna become solid blocks, like bricks. I'm gonna have little bricks of hair. It's just gonna, it's just gonna be bricks. But the thing is like, but I've always been sort of melancholic by nature, and I definitely do feel, you know, like, and I definitely have, I've definitely self-medicated significantly since my early 20s, you know. Thank God I don't do that. As like, I still drink, and sometimes I still drink to excess, but for the most part, thank God that is mostly behind me, or at least when it's not, it's still manageable, you know. But I do know when you get into those deep, dark doldrums, you know. Oh, well, then you have not done the right cocaine with the right people, Ian, because it certainly can be. So, but
I'm skipping out on everything. I'm just gonna stay. Hold up in my bedroom now, each and every day. I don't know what's wrong, but I know I don't feel right. Maybe tomorrow, but I can't go out tonight. I'm turning off my telephone. I don't wanna talk. Taking off all my clothes, except maybe my socks. I'm gonna stay in bed until I feel much better. I don't think I'm coming out. I don't think I'll ever feel right again. I think that I need some happiness, please. I know that I need some happiness, please. Some happiness would do me right. I don't know what time it is. Shades have all been drawn. And if I feel hunger pains, I just wait until they're gone. I think that I will sleep. I've been sleeping through the day. Sleep until I can say that I feel right again. I think that I need some happiness, please. Right again. I know that I need some happiness, please. Some happiness would do me right.
there you go. Yeah, so that's a song called "Happiness." All right, so I'm down to I think I can do this last request, and then I'm gonna have to bone out. But I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same bad time, same bad channel. Thank you, Ron Master. Thank you, man. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Like, you know, like this is, I would be doing this normally. I've kind of committed to getting, you know, 5 or 6 hours of guitar practice and song practice and playing and finger picking, like in each day. But so I would do this normally, but it's so much more enjoyable to do it here with you guys and and kind of interact and talk about stuff and yeah, and again. So I do want to say so I do want to throw out the caveat that all the shit that I say, all the stuff the palaver that comes out of my mouth, it's just my perspective. And really, truthfully, it's often, even though I don't go about life, everything I do is considered, right? Everything I do, I think about. Everything I do, I weigh. Sometimes I jump headlong in because I can be an exceptionally impulsive human being. Sometimes I just jump in with 2 feet headlong. But even so, usually I've kind of anticipated doing that and be like, all right, so but regardless of, my perspective is just mine, informed by the life I've led, And the thing is that's the awesome thing about being a human being, is we each of us have a unique life, and each of us, and that informs each of us with a unique perspective. And so every perspective is welcome, so long as it is not hate, as long as there's no hate. So I don't abide hate. And as long as it's respectful of other ideas and other perspectives, So if you show up here and you completely disagree with everything I say, if you're like, Mike, I'm an advocate for billionaires, and I think billionaires are the most discriminated against human beings on the planet Earth, and boy, are they and you got your mouth wrapped tightly around the asshole of billionaires, hoping to suck out some bucks through their fucking sphincter. You're totally welcome here, and you and I can debate, and that's totally fine. Yeah, but that's totally fine. So don't ever worry that that the shit coming out of my mouth means that you can't hang out and enjoy the music or even say your piece. Like if you feel inspired to be like, Mike, this is my perspective on the shit you're saying. You're totally welcome to. Everybody's invited. Everybody's opinions and perspectives are valuable. So, all right, so. And in walks Doctor Who, and hello, Doctor. Gonna go fetch Ian. Where? Oh, yeah. Was that a call for him? So this is a song called "Slay All Cyborgs," and this one. Oh, I saw your comment 9 to 12 about playing the song. Yeah, I totally didn't think of that either. I would have asked for it. But so for those of you that don't know, the Geek Grills podcast, which streams live here on Twitch. Now you did a Monday night, which is why I was able to raid you. What do you do? Isn't it normally Tuesdays? Yeah. That's exactly right, Wrong Master. Yeah. So here in this stream, unfortunately, I do get to say whatever I believe all over you if you're hanging out. But you can always just change the channel. You can be like, fuck this asshole, But yeah, the thing is, everybody's allowed to have their own perspectives here. Like the thing is, it's just the idea is just respect everybody else's right to have their own perspective. And debate is awesome. And debate is like all of the best thought. All of the best perspectives, all of the best everything, all the best songs. I guarantee you, there's no fucking songwriter just magically showed up on the planet Earth without interacting with any other human beings and started writing songs, and they were all amazing gems. No, it's like you have to start off sucking and being like, here's my piece of suck. What do you think? And people go, oh, that sucks. And you go, oh, you're right. Okay. And then you go, here's my next piece of suck. And they go, oh, that's terrible. And then you do it enough times, and then you go, what about this? And they go, oh, that one's actually this part's really cool. And then you go, oh, well, this part, why is this part cool and the rest don't? It's just an iterative process, to go from being terrible to being amazing in any stripe, from science to mathematics to arts to getting out and getting out of the house and going about your day. It just requires practice, So yeah, everybody's welcome. But here, so this is a song called "Slay All Cyborgs." This is gonna be my last one, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you with all my heart, and it goes up.
Can't get any more connected till we run tiny cables from our brain stems, and we're growing so very disaffected. We're amused, so amused, we amuse them. And there's just no getting over this. There's just no single cure. There's a hive mind of habit-based stupidity, and it's pounding down our door. Oh, the kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly freaking me out. Oh, the kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly tearing things down. Can't get away, there's no getting out. There's no escape hatch other than shutting down. But we've got so many distractions. Pretty lights illuminating new attractions. So just let go and be a part of the dumbing down of all great art. Here's another brand new technology to replace your beating human heart. The kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly freaking me out. Oh, the kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly tearing things down. Bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum bum bum bum. Bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum bum bum bum. Bum 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh, the kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly freaking me out. Oh, the kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly tearing things down. Oh, the kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly freaking me out. Oh, the kids, they have become cyborgs, and they're quietly tearing things down. I'm gonna change that right now, Elix. God, I keep forgetting about that. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I do have a new Kickstarter. I totally forgot to mention it. Totally forgot to mention Patreon. You know, it's the fact that I have anybody that supports anything that I do is a fucking miracle, considering how fucking terrible I am at self promotion. But I do have books, and I do have I've got here. I make these. They're fucking hardbound, beautifully rendered. So this is my first record, So You've Ruined Your Life. This is a hardbound book with lyrics and chord charts and hand-drawn illustrations and stories about what went into the writing and recording of each song. This is Ordinary World, my second album. This is this is my fifth record, Fury of Your Lonely Heart. Ordinary World, my second record. This is my first record, So You've Ruined Your Life. This is the two-parter. This is Hesitation Cuts, which is my massive 45-song album, which came out in 2019. I'm doing a Kickstarter for my number 6, for my 6th songbook. So there's 5 right here. 6 songbook number 6, which is album number, I don't know. It's my 2016 release, so it's probably album number 16. I think they do match up pretty much close to the year. So, awesome, Ian. Right on, man. That'd be great, dude. Yeah, man. So anyway, so if you guys are interested in them, you can hit that link. Thank you so much, Elix, for that, because I keep forgetting to pay. I keep forgetting, man. I will modify that right now. But all right, and I love you guys with all my heart. Yeah, man. Hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. There are sets, yeah. So I do sell them in and I sell them in different staggering orders. So you can, if you want like Fury of Your Lonely Heart and just Death and Taxes, that's available on the Kickstarter. Or if you want the entire set, that's possible. If you want just Hesitation Cuts and Death and Taxes, that's possible. Like I don't have Death and Taxes, which is the new book, is included in all of them. So I don't have you can just get Hesitation Cuts. But if you want any of them, you can buy them directly from me. You can just go here. Hold on. So you can just go here. And they're, wait, really? Merch 2? What happened to Merch 2?
Oh no, because it's not much to it. It's just merch. So that's the first one is where you get the T-shirts. Second one's where you get the books. So if you just go there, you can actually buy the books individually. You can buy them as a unit. And so, but yeah, thank you. So yeah, and let's go figure out who we're gonna go raid somebody. Oh, the kids. All right, let's see. Raid. So I want to go here. Let's find somebody that is. Let's find somebody. Man, there's Dan's. It looks like Dan's probably either Dan's just started or is doing a. We could raid Moonlight Social if you guys want. They're awesome. Yeah, let's do that. Let's raid Moonlight, or we can look for. Yeah, we'll raid Moonlight Social. They're sweethearts and they're great. They make great music and they're awesome people. So let's do that. So.
It's trying to tell us something.
Right now. So we're gonna raid. No, I don't want. Okay, no, I don't want to stop it. I just wanted to mute it. There you go. Raid.
I say peanut.
Hey,
Hazelnut.
I love you. Yeah. Thank you,
Cashew nut.
everybody. I love you all.
Macadamia nut.
All right.
That was the
So
one
yeah,
that was
let's
sent home.
So we'll go raid Moonlight
Into it.
Social.
Going crazy.